these are the numbers coming in from People's Pulse. They have put the projections for both Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir. These are the numbers that they're giving for Jammu and Kashmir. Congress, NC, all set to form the government as per People's Pulse. BJP at 23 to 27, PDP 7 to 11, others 4 to 6, because this time around there were a record number of independents that were fielded, multiple parties from Apni party to you had several others actually in the fray. Let's look at the People's Pulse numbers for Haryana now as well. An important battle, 90 seats that went to polls today. People's Pulse is saying that Congress is all set to form the government. It is crossing the halfway mark of 46. So they are giving a range of 49 to 61 to the Congress party, BJP 20 to 36, Aam Aadmi Party 0 and others 3 to 5, which means is it really an end of road for INLD and JJP, because their projection for INLD, in fact, they are breaking that others also between JJP and INLD, saying INLD could get between 0 to 1 and INLD 2 to 3 and JJP 0 to 1. Yes, Professor.
Maria, this is the first exit poll coming.
Yes.
So I would look more at the trend rather than the actual numbers.
Yes.
The trend seems to suggest that there is a tough race in Jammu and Kashmir, whereas in Haryana it seems to be that the Congress is pulling forward. And this is what has been said over the last several days, and also what the reporters have been saying in the ground. So rather than looking at the actual numbers, I think it indicates the trend that maybe what we would see on the area.
Yes, so directionally it's about Congress and the range is pretty convincing range of 49 to 61 here, Akshat.
So I agree with Sandeep sir, numbers are directional, but it is giving a clear-cut trend that Congress could form like government on its own in Haryana.
It is the first one, People's Pulse.
It's the first one.
It's a long way to go.
But however, in Jammu and Kashmir, we should also look at the other pollsters, because there might be some other players who might get. So there is a constituency called Baramulla Lok Sabha, from which engineer Rashid Sir won, and there are PDP has lost some support in that Lok Sabha, which has given rise to the number of others, and the loss in the PDP's vote share hasn't translated into the NC's or the Congress vote shares. Right. So we should also look at some of the others, or maybe some of the other pollsters. Maybe they are able to crack.
Saqib, how are you looking at the PDP numbers that's coming in from the People's Pulse?
Well, obviously, it's too early to comment on that, but Sanjay sir was right that these are the trends that we're looking at. But I'm very sure that our performance will be better than this. But Maria, we have to look at it in the background that there was a significant assault on our party. You know, as I mentioned earlier, 40 plus of our leaders were coerced or lured to leave the political parties. 3 political parties were carved out of just one PDP. So it was a very, very tough time for us. And every one of our workers and party leaders is very happy with our. To remember that post 2019, there was a significant sort of.
Saqib, the other reading could be that unlike National Conference, your background or history actually came to haunt you. Because, you know, people said that if they are looking for an alternative and more trustworthy alternative to the BJP, then they would look at this alliance of the Congress and the NC. Rather than PDP, because you have formed the government in the past with them.
I would disagree. Maria, look, this election was very hyper-local. This was fought on issues which were very local. Candidates played a very important role in it, and sort of what parties communicated again played some kind of role. But what was largely seen was this election was...
Because we have another set of numbers. In fact, Dhruv Research for Haryana, again very early days, but similar to People's Pulse, they've given 22 to 32 seats to the BJP in Haryana, 50 to 64 to the Congress. So they are giving a decisive lead to the Congress there. I think it would be interesting to get Radhika Khera's response on both the pollsters and what they have to say for Haryana. So certainly down from the 40 in 2019 is what the trend seems to be in Haryana. Radhika.
Like I said initially, that I don't think that the exit polls have been getting it right up till now. Let's look at the Lok Sabha results. Although all polls were predicting that the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to touch 400. So, we're going to touch 300, but that didn't happen. Or like I said in this, let's go by the state elections. We saw what the channels and all polls were predicting for Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. Those were Congress strongholds, and they had better numbers and a better performance of the Congress than the Congress in Jammu, Kashmir and Haryana. But what was the end result? The ground result was very, very different. And again,
Since we
I am
have
telling you, the
co-founder
actual
of
results
Dhruv
are going to
Research here in the
surprise
studio,
you.
Akshat Goel, the numbers,
Yes.
you are actually saying INLD 0.
Yeah.
And you're also saying that JJP is end of road for both these regional parties.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the numbers, where are these numbers largely coming from the Congress?
So basically, it has been a Jatland consolidation for Congress. It has been an end of road for INLD and JJP. Earlier, both these parties used to get a lot of Jat votes till 2019 elections, but because Dushyant Chaudhary aligned with BJP post the for the government formation, and he was not with the Jat leaders for the farmer protest or for the wrestler protest. So the Jats have consolidated against both these parties, and they have aligned with Congress this time. So Congress is going to gain a lot in the Jatland first of all. And secondly, Congress also gaining some seats in the BJP stronghold of the Ambala, Kurukshetra and Faridabad, Palwal area. So it is a across state gain for Congress.
And the BJP numbers, if they are going down, it is going down from which regions? Is it about some pockets or is it across the state?
So it is mostly across the states, ma'am. But you also have to see that last year, the last time 2019 elections, BJP also won a few seats because JJP cut some of the votes of the Congress party, the Jat votes, and as a result of which BJP won some of the seats in the Jat area. However, BJP is likely to lose more number of seats which it won in the Jat. So again, by like Jatland, I mean Sonipat area, Sonipat, Panipat, Rohtak, Sirsa, Hisar.
Yes.
I think the South Haryana is the region where the BJP could be doing better than the performance in the other parts of the state. By the southern part of the state, which includes areas like Gurgaon, Rewari, those are the areas where they could be doing well. The traditional strongholds of the BJP is where they could be doing better.
Sajjan Kumar?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but only thing is that in southern part, they may be doing less worse than other regions because of the demographic regions.